It's over and out. 2021 is almost over, at least for us as traders. And it is morning briefing show. And thanks God, we can continue next week, Tuesday, and January the 4th. And I'm happy to welcome you here in this morning briefing show for our last show for this year. I hope you're doing good and you're fine and you had a great start in your own trading and business day. And I hope you are looking forward to Happy New Year and to celebrate the party. And yeah, let's see what we can do in the last trading day. Almost tomorrow is half. I guess tomorrow we have a little bit to do, but today is the last full trading day. So we stream this show on YouTube at the same time. You will find a button in YouTube to subscribe the channel in the right corner. You can give us a like if you want. You can leave a comment. If you have something to ask, then please feel free to do this. Also, right now in the chat on YouTube or here on Zoom, I can see it. Feel free to ask. Okay, let me share my screen. And let me fix the technique. So here's the chat. Okay. So, Carol, wonderful. Thank you very much for my birthday. Thanks a lot. Thanks that you're here with me. Dear Don, good morning. Tina, William, Johan, Hartmut, wonderful. Good morning. William, thank you very much. And Marco also. And so here are the questions. Great. Okay, so I would say first of all, we have a look at the upcoming events today. Nastia, thank you very, very much. Thank you. So the upcoming events today is at 1:30, the US weekly export sales, and the gas storage report at 4:30 German time this afternoon. Okay, so then, of course, as always, next week, I want to invite you to our first webinar in 2022. It's held by Jens, and he's talking on January, is next week on Wednesday, my favorite trading indicators for 2022. And we continue, by the way, you see here, left side, and January the 4th at the same time like today. Also, I want to invite you to our Telegram channel. You will find the link in the chat on YouTube and, of course, here on in Zoom too. You can subscribe the channel so you will never miss an episode. It's really, really cool. Yeah, and if you have Twitter, and you want to follow Twitter on Admirals too, and me too, if you want. So my name here is Daytrader70. You will find any interesting news from me, sharing my trading ideas, something like this. Okay, so let's go to the charts, and we start with our DAX trade. And we have an open trade actually in DAX 10 minutes. And the last trade was profitable too, because we had 6 points. And since yesterday, we opened a new trade. We talked about yesterday, and the trade is still running, by the way, because there was, we saved 24 points in DAX 10 minutes, by the way. Actually, we are in profit with 55. And there was no trend break. You see this purple line means my soft stop. And before I went to bed yesterday, I trailed my hard stop a little bit in profit. So I don't know what happens in the night. I don't want to think about it. So I'm in profit, and therefore it's completely technically fine to trail the stop into profit. And the soft stop is above the last origin 0.3. And you see, there was, to be honest, there was not really, a trend break. And of course, there's a corrective trend at this moment, but there was not a trend break. And this corrective trend was broken last night again. So actually, we are still in the correction zone of this main downtrend, and there is no reason to intervene. You know, only two things can happen or must happen: a trend continuation at the 0.2 or a trend break at the 0.3. So actually, there is nothing to do. So therefore, I just let it go. Okay, let's go to our focus charts, and we start with the gold price. And in gold price, we have an interesting long situation, but the price actually on the right side of the chart is going down. So, but basically we can say, come on to me, yeah, that this is my trend starting here, first trend arm, second trend arm, and here we are in the correction. Yeah, so now I'm waiting for a balance candle that I can open a position to speculating on a trend continuation to the long side. So the next one is we go to British Pound USD. And it's still an uptrend. It's still my uptrend. It's this one. So there was the entry chance. And here we go. So another trend continuation. It's really cool. So the trend is really old. I'm quite sure that we on the way back to the point of control. There is not really an obstacle in my way back to the point of control. Maybe we will see a kind of resist at the point of high, point of low, but as long as the point of control will not switch to another price, then we have to speculate that the price will go back to its fair price. So if in case you have an open position there, then let it go. Then we have DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. There is an uptrend too, and this uptrend offers us now the second trend arm. You see, that's the second trend arm. And if you see a kind of stabilization there, then it's a cool idea. Actually, we have to measure if we have 38% correction or not. Actually not. As long as we don't have a 38% correction, we have to open our pending order at the point 2. If we go deeper than 38%, maybe back to the point of control, then we're waiting for a balance candle, and then we can trade out of the correction. But actually, yeah, maybe I'm pending order up to the point of at the point 2. In case you have DAX on your list, you can effort it with your account size, and you trade 4-hourly chart. Then we go to Dow Jones. Raquel, of course, good morning. What is GJ? What is this? Do you mean British Pound Japanese yen? So give me a hint, please. This is Dow Jones, and in Dow Jones, it's yeah. To be honest, we have just the big move. So there was the first official correction, and now we have a bit of correction too here roundabout. It's really, yeah, it's really difficult. Yeah, so maybe we can speculating on a trend break of a breakout to the upper side. This we can do, but over the new year, it's not a need to do this actually. Then we have Bitcoin. And in Bitcoin, we are still in a downtrend right now, and we are waiting for a correction. And now we have the correction on the right side. So if we see that the price will be rejected, maybe at the point of control, yeah, then pending order at the point 2. If we go deeper in the correction without a contrary trend, by the way, then we can trade out of the correction for the moment. Okay, cool. I will do this right now because there was a question, British Pound, Japanese yen. Of course, can do this right now. Yeah, the trend is literally very, very old, and the chance was very early. Here, move, correction. So here was the chance. Here, there was your balance candles, and the trade is already safe. And we are in the, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. in the 5th trend arm right now. So there was the entry, and you see it works. Guys, just for the end of the year, so allow me to tell you something and to show you how people transfer the knowledge from the course I recorded for you into profitable trades. I want to show you because this is really awesome. And I want to motivate you with this, you know, that's the master class. Yeah. So I give you the link. Just think about it. It's not a need, by the way. It's not a need. But if you want to become successful in the long run to do this, and I want to show you something. Look, one of our students here showed me his own success after the online course. So you see, that's the picture before he was following the rules and learning how to trade with logic. You see, it's not really cool. So after he made the course, he showed me this one. And that's real. That's real. Look at this one. And that's awesome. And I'm so proud of this student. I'm so proud because I know how hard those guys working for that. But the basement is to learn how to trade with logic. This is. And I want to show you a real account from another student from Macarius. You can see here, and he showed me his one. And this is another one. After the course, by the way, after course at trade number 62, he finished the course and he did what I teached him, what I taught him. And look at what's happened here. That's the big difference. So therefore, I want to give you the big hope. Trading could be really, really profitable, but you have to learn it. You have to learn it. We can learn this in the show, but if you want to go deeper and you want to have a kind of guarantee, then you have to make a proper education, by the way. Okay, so let's go to our running trades. And before we do this, I want to ask you the last question for this year. Thanks, Nastia. I hope you have a coffee this morning. I hope so. So my question for you, as always, at the end of the week, and tomorrow we don't have a webinar, by the way, is did you reach your own goals this week? So yes, I did finally, or no, I did not, or I had no goals this week. That's your choice, by the way. So let's start with Euro USD. There is an open position right now. We opened here to a trend continuation. Now the price is coming back a bit. So the soft stop is the purple line, hard stop is quite deeper. Then we open a position. Jesus, Nastia. I guess I will send you a coffee next time. Or maybe I invite you to a coffee when I come over, or you come to me to Germany. Then we go to coffee. Okay, this is a US dollar, Canadian dollar. We prepared it already to speculating on a trend continuation. So we did, and we had a close. Now we had a final close below the last 0.2, but it was not so interesting to make a partial profit here right now. So just let it go. Yeah, finally, maybe a trend break. That's the soft stop or a trend continuation, whatever. And if you go a little bit deeper, we can make partial profits. But that was not really so much enough to make a partial profit. Euro Canadian dollar, nothing to do. The trend is still valid. We are in the correction. It's a kind of correction here, kind of stabilization here. You know, the point of control is up here at 147.227. And, you know, we have the kind of guarantee that the price will finally go back to the point of control. We are safe. There is nothing to do. We have to learn this. Soft stop is below the last 0.3. We cannot lose money. So sit on your hands and just let it go. Then we have New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, a little bit in loss. Open a position at the 0.2, coming back in the correction. Purple line means soft stop. Let it go. British pound, Swiss franc. Beautiful. We followed the rules, opened a position in the correction. At the point 2, we made a partial profits, and now let it go. A wonderful target is the point of control. It does not mean that you have to stop the trade there. It's just an orientation that we have for this trade, a bit more, how should I say, probabilities that we have a profitable trade. But the point of control does not mean you should stop the trade. Let the market decide by trailing the stop by 0.3 how much money you will get. Learn this, please. British pound, Australian dollar. Yeah, we're circling around the entry. Actually, there is nothing to do. It's a kind of difficult situation. Yeah, we are handling at a point of high, sorry. And we have two trends at the same time. The main trend is the green one, and the red one is the corrective one. So actually, the green one is the more important, and therefore I open a position there. Then we have Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Here we are a bit in loss, actually, and we reached the point of the last 0.3, but not with a close. Therefore, there was no reason to stop the trade. In case you got out here at the 0.3, then you have exactly there a balance candle, which means you can open a new position because the situation hasn't changed yet, which means it's your duty, in case you trade 4-hourly chart and in case CAD Swiss franc is on your list, then you have to open the trade here again. Not with market, not with limit, just with a pending order, stop buy. And you know, point of control is up. Yeah, one of the best running trades here is actually, I didn't expect this, by the way, is the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Finally, there was the trend continuation, which means we have yesterday, and I thought yesterday, I guess yesterday I thought, I'm quite sure we'll reach this top here, and we did it again, and the price broke out over this top. So finally, we were able to trail the stop loss to the last 0.3, and we are really, really cool with this trade. So this is what you can learn with logic. And finally, we have Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, and the price is going up. Actually, we are waiting that we see at this 0.2 that we see a clear close, and then we can trail the stop loss to the last 0.3. Actually, here is the last 0.3. This is a 0.3 with a question mark, but it's not confirmed right now. So when we have a close above the last 0.2, which is here, then we can trail the stop. Yeah, everything's fine. Just let it go. And I guess we are really, really on track to change the account when we come back, I promise you. So that's the running trades. Actually, I have just two ideas in daily chart today, and this is first one, and this is crude oil. Because in daily chart, we have a wonderful new trend on the right side of the chart. And this is this one, move, correction, move. So which means now we have rule number 1, a valid trend, and now that's the first possible correction we can make and trade. So therefore, wait for the correction and then a balance candle, and then we can go long in crude oil. And the other one is British pound, New Zealand dollar, because here we have also a lovely trend, and it's this one. And now we are in the second trend arm. We are waiting for a correction. Yeah, and then we can go long. British pound, New Zealand dollar. Not yet. It's nothing to rush or to hurry right now. Just put it on the watch list. Also, guys, Euro Japanese yen in daily chart, because also here a new trend on the right side. So first trend arm, Now we are on a second move and you're waiting for the correction. And if you see a correction, then we can go up on the watch list. And Euro Australian dollar is not that really interesting. Basically, we have a trend. The main trend is facing upwards. We reached the point of control almost. Now we are deep in the correction. And this correction is running in its own trend. And this is the move, which means I have no open position here, which means the next correction is mine and I have to go short. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for in Euro Australian dollar. Actually, not longer long, maybe either more than that, quite short on the right side of the chart. Guys, it's the end of the year. We are done. And I want to take the last minutes to just share a couple of thoughts with you. So first of all, I want to say thank you to Admirals. Nastia, thank you to you and the lovely and best team in my bag ever. And you know, I'm in this industry since 23 years. And I worked with a lot of brokers and people. And I can say, and this is from the bottom of my heart, Admirals is one of the best brokers ever. And the people I work with, the team, with Jens and Paul and all the guys that are working in the back for you, ladies and gentlemen, and for me, it's awesome. Such lovely and nice people, always supporting me, always helping me when I make mistakes, something, they give me a hint, they give me a hand to become a better person, to become a better promoter here and a teacher. Thanks to Admirals and thanks to all of you guys here in the back. Next year, you can say this to the colleagues if you want. And more than that, I want to say thank you to every single person of you. The year was really exhausting. The year 2021 was really exhausting and challenging for all of us. It was not only the COVID-19 situation, it was the social distancing situation. We couldn't see our people, friends, sports, something like this was really challenging. And the markets, our trading also really challenging. And the year 2021, you see what happens if you don't follow the rules. You see it in my account and you see what happens if you don't follow the law of probabilities. It is not possible to make money if you cannot follow or if you break the law of probabilities, and furthermore, if you make mistakes. And my account here of Admirals is the best proof ever what happens if you make mistakes. Next year, I want to show you what happens if you don't make mistakes. And therefore, I want to say thank you for your patience. Thank you for your trust, for your honest with me and follow me for the year. All of you guys, wherever you're placed in UK, in Lithuania, in South Africa, in Asia, wherever you are, I want to say thank you very much that you shared your precious lifetime every morning with me or in live trading room or wherever you are. I'm really grateful for that because I have a purpose of my existence, and this is to help people to become successful. And I know we can do this together. And the more we work together and the more we work harder together, the more we can show the world that it's absolutely possible to become successful with trading, as long as we stick to the rules and as long as we follow the law of probabilities. So what's my goals for 2022? I can tell you. I recorded this online video course in German and in English. And actually this week I make some updates for this. Why did I do this? I want to have more time for my own trading. Therefore, I reduce my coachings. I have webinars, but now this course is online. After the online course, you can come into my Dow How family, or at least you can book some coachings. But I want to go back to my trade because I trade in the asset management in Switzerland and in Asia and here in Germany, and I know I can trade. So, and I will prove you next year what happens if you don't make mistakes, if you never break the law of probabilities. And this is why I'm focusing next year on my own trading here on this account too. So I make less coachings, I make more trades. In 4-hourly chart, in DAX 10 minutes, and of course, in daily chart and weekly chart, commodities, and so much more. But I trade here with you in 4-hourly chart to show you how we can increase our account and bring it back to the profit. And this is what is my goal for 2022, and I will show you. And I hope will accompany next year me too, again, and therefore, nothing more to say. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, a wonderful rest of this year, I'm sorry, and of course, a happy, happy new year and a wonderful and grateful 2022. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for everything. Have courage and be kind. And may the force of the rules be with you for Happy New Year and 2022 also.